The Archbishop of Canterbury has today apologised for the shock and horror of sexual abuse in Sussex after the first public hearing of an official inquiry opened today. Justin Welby made the comments after the hearing heard claims that the church had put its own reputation above the safety of victims.
Well, the Diocese of Chichester has been singled out for institutional safeguarding failings, with 48 potential claims against it. Our special correspondent Colin Campbell has the details.
Priests who groomed and abused children, victims failed by the church, senior clergy who failed to act. It's a scandal we've exposed over the last 10 years that is now the focus of a government-ordered inquiry.
We seek, during the course of this investigation, to ask the church, its office holders and employees to be open about their own failings.
In her opening statement, Fiona Scolding QC said evidence will suggest the church prioritised its own reputation over safeguarding issues, that there was a tendency to make young people feel responsible for their own abuse rather than adults around them, and an excessive emphasis on forgiveness, which left victims feeling isolated if they didn't forgive their abuser. The investigation that's taking place here in central London will examine how senior clergy and the Diocese of Chichester responded to allegations of child sexual abuse perpetrated in the 1950s, the 60s and right up until the late 1990s. It is one of 13 investigations being examined by the Independent Inquiry into Child Sexual Abuse, set up by the then Home Secretary Theresa May in 2015. Canon Gordon Rideout, Father Robert Coles, Reverend Jonathan Graves, Father Vic House, Bishop Peter Ball. In recent years, a significant number of clergy who worked in Sussex have been jailed for abuse. The inquiry will look at how the cases were handled. Survivor of abuse Phil Johnson is a key witness.
For the sake of the victims and survivors, the truth needs to get out there, but it also needs to affect real change.
The inquiry has 3 weeks to examine 4 decades of abuse, allegations that have engulfed the Church of England in Sussex.
Well, Colin joins us now, and Colin, the Archbishop of Canterbury is due to give evidence in person.
Yeah, he'll give evidence, so too will the former Archbishop of Canterbury, Rowan Williams, and a number of other bishops. Now, in his statement today, Justin Welby described the church failures as deeply shaming. He said personally he finds them a cause of horror and sadness. This afternoon we've heard from abuse lawyer Richard Scorer, who represents 21 victims and survivors of abuse. He said the church can no longer be trusted to mark its own homework. He's calling for an independent body to protect children within the church. He also said that radical solutions were needed to quash cover-ups.
Colin, thank you.